of nitrogen. Nitrogen is a macronutrient and it is considered as an essential element. Watch until the end of the video to know about the deficiencies of nitrogen as well. Deficiency symptoms of nitrogen. So, first let's talk about the role of nitrogen. It has many roles in the plant. The first thing that we'll learn is what it is absorbed as. In what form it is absorbed? It is absorbed as nitrates. It is absorbed as nitrates, nitrites, and ammonium salts. Now let's talk about the functions of nitrogen and where it is present. The nitrogen, this particular macronutrient, is present in the meristematic tissues and metabolically active cells. So it is present in the meristematic tissues and the metabolically active cells. Now, this nitrogen is actually needed for the amino acid synthesis. It is required, or it is very important, needed for amino acid synthesis. Amino acid is actually when many amino acids come together, they form protein. So it's the nitrogen. This nutrient helps in protein synthesis. And one more role of nitrogen is that it helps in energy production. So it helps in energy production, or energy is given by ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So ATP production. The next thing that we need to know is that this nitrogen is also helped in nucleic acid synthesis. Helpful for nucleic acid synthesis. Nucleic acids make up DNA and RNA. Nucleic acid synthesis. The next thing, nitrogen helps in formation of chlorophyll molecule. Chlorophyll molecule. So it helps in the formation of chlorophyll molecule. Now if you have studied the chapter of photosynthesis in higher plants, then you know that we talked about chlorophyll there. So the structure of chlorophyll as well, we know that there is magnesium in the middle and there are 4 nitrogens around the magnesium. So nitrogen plays some part, it plays some role in the chlorophyll molecule formation. It helps in the formation of the chlorophyll molecule. It is in the structure of chlorophyll molecule. Now let's talk about the deficiency symptoms of nitrogen. Deficiency symptoms of nitrogen. The first symptom, when nitrogen is less, so when it is deficient in plants, then it leads to stunted growth. Stunted growth. So because it is present in meristematic tissues and metabolically active cells, when there is no nitrogen, what happens is the cell division won't take place properly. That's why there is stunted growth, very improper growth due to less protein as well. So because less protein is there, so we told that needed for amino acids, which is protein itself. Due to less protein and due to less activity of the meristematic tissues and metabolically active cells, there is stunted growth. The next thing, there is less metabolism. Decrease in the metabolic activity. Again, because nitrogen is present in metabolically active cells, if there is no nitrogen or if there is no sufficient nitrogen, what happens? Metabolic activity decreases. Next, this is very obvious, decrease in active process. processes. As we said before, that the nitrogen is needed for it helps in ATP synthesis. So if ATP production is not taking place properly, then active processes won't take place, because active processes are the processes which require or which takes place with the help of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Next, deficiency symptoms of nitrogen also leads to a condition called as chlorosis. Chlorosis is, in simple words, it is defined as the yellowing of leaves due to less chloroplast. Yellowing of leaves due to less chloroplast. Chloroplast is not there. That's why the nitrogen, deficiency of nitrogen leads to chlorosis. This is a very common symptom of almost every element that is present in the plant, all essential elements. That is chlorosis. It is yellowing of leaves. Leaves become yellow in color, and it is due to chloroplast. And this yellowing normally takes place in older leaves than in younger leaves. Now, one more thing, the last deficiency symptom is that there is delay in flowering. So there is delay in flowering. Less flowering is there. So in this video we discussed about the role of nitrogen and some of the deficiency symptoms of nitrogen.